Have you ever noticed how some women can step out in a $30 blouse and look effortlessly elegant, while others spend hundreds on designer tops yet appear dated and frumpy? The difference isn't luck and it isn't money, it's the choices we make every day. After 50, our bodies, skin, and even hair color change, and the styles that once worked often no longer flatter. But style doesn't fade with age. With the right cuts, fabrics, and proportions, you can look more confident, radiant, and refined than ever. In this video, I'll show you the most common mistakes women over 50 make when choosing tops, and more importantly, how to fix them with simple, affordable changes that instantly elevate your look. By the end, you'll see that true elegance has nothing to do with price tags. It's about intention, proportion, and knowing exactly what flatters you today. Part 1. Fit the foundation of elegance. One of the most common mistakes women make after 50 is wearing tops that are either too tight or too loose. Fit may sound like a small detail, but it can completely change how you look and feel. A blouse that pulls across the bust or shoulders creates harsh lines and sends the message you're forcing yourself into a size that no longer works. On the other hand, oversized tops can overwhelm your frame, making you look heavier and older than you are. I once worked with a client in her early 60s who lived in oversized knit sweaters. She believed they disguised her midsection, but in reality they erased her shape. When she tried on a jewel-toned silk blouse with gentle tailoring at the waist, the change was instant. Her posture lifted, her face brightened, and her friends commented she looked younger and more confident. The difference wasn't in the brand or the price tag, it was simply the fit. This isn't just anecdotal. A 2022 survey from the American Women's Fashion Association found that nearly 70% of women over 55 admitted to buying tops at least one size too large in the name of comfort. Yet when guided into their correct size, most reported feeling slimmer, more energetic, and more put together. Comfort does not have to mean shapeless, and polished does not have to mean tight. There's an easy test you can try at home. Put on a loose blouse and take a photo. Then change into one that gently follows your body without clinging. Compare the images side by side. Almost always, the properly fitted top makes you look taller, slimmer, and far more elegant. Stylists often use the finger test. If you can slip one finger between fabric and skin at the bust or waist, the fit is right. A whole hand means too loose. No space at all means too tight. The truth is your body has changed, and that's not something to hide. A blouse that fits well celebrates who you are today, drawing attention to your best features and creating a clean silhouette. Choosing tops that respect your current shape is not vanity, it's self-care, and it's the foundation of elegance after 50. Part 2. Fabric, the secret language of elegance. You can wear the most flattering cut, but if the fabric looks cheap, the whole outfit falls apart. Shiny polyester blouses are a perfect example. Under store lights they sparkle, but in daylight or after a few washes, the artificial sheen cheapens everything. Worse, they cling, pill, and add static, small details that instantly signal fast fashion, no matter the price. I once styled a friend who brought two blouses, a $200 polyester piece and a simple cotton shirt she'd found on sale for under $40. When she modeled them back to back in front of others, every single person assumed the cotton blouse was the expensive one. Why? The cotton had body, absorbed light, and moved naturally with her. The polyester looked thin, shiny, and stiff. That day she realized, elegance is never about the label, it's about the fabric. Research agrees. A 2021 Cotton Incorporated survey revealed that over 70% of women over 50 feel more confident in natural fibers like cotton, silk, or linen. Another study found observers instinctively rated garments in natural fabrics as higher quality, even when the price was hidden. The human eye knows quality without being told. Think about your own closet. How many easy care polyester tops have dulled after one season? Contrast that with the silk blouse or crisp cotton shirt you still reach for years later. One makes you fidget, the other makes you smile at your reflection. That difference is fabric speaking louder than fashion. The good news is quality doesn't always mean expensive. Run the material between your fingers. Does it feel substantial or flimsy? Hold it up to light. Does it glow softly or shine like plastic? Natural fibers often improve with age, linen softens, cotton stays crisp, silk lasts decades if cared for. Polyester rarely makes it past a year without showing wear. Fabric is the silent language of elegance. It's what makes people think chic instead of cheap. So next time you shop, remember, fit may shape your body, but fabric shapes the impression you leave. Part 3. Prints when your blouse steals the spotlight. Nothing dates a woman faster than a blouse that wears her instead of the other way around. Oversized florals, wild swirls, neon colors, they may look cheerful on the hanger, but once you put them on, all eyes go to the shirt, not your face. After 50, when your natural features deserve the spotlight, busy prints can drown you out. I learned this the hard way. In my early 50s, I owned a blouse splashed with giant tropical flowers in hot pink and orange. Every time I wore it, people said, "What a bold shirt." But when I swapped it for a cream blouse with delicate navy blossoms, the compliments changed. "You look radiant." That shift told me everything. The blouse should never be the star, you should. Stylists in Milan understand this instinctively. Italian women rarely wear oversized florals. They favor subtle stripes, tiny polka dots, or soft watercolors against a neutral background. The result isn't boring. It's timeless, sophisticated, and quietly confident. Studies echo this. A 2020 Journal of Consumer Psychology report found that women in subtle prints were consistently rated as more elegant and professional than those in loud, oversized patterns. Observers even assumed the subtle pieces were designer, while the big florals looked like discount buys. Take a look at your own wardrobe. Do you have tops with fun patterns that in photos pull all the attention away from your face? That's your clue the print is too loud. Try this experiment. Put on a bold, oversized floral, then switch to a blouse with a small-scale pattern. Notice where your eyes go first in the mirror. With the subtler print, you'll see yourself, not just your shirt. Prints aren't the enemy. They just need restraint. A blouse with tiny polka dots, a soft paisley, or two-tone stripes can add interest without shouting. Pair them with solid trousers or a blazer, and you've struck the perfect balance. Elegance after 50 is about presence. Choose prints that frame your face and let your personality lead the conversation. Because the best compliments aren't about your blouse, they're about how radiant you look in it. Part 4. Undergarments, the hidden detail that changes everything. You can invest in the most exquisite silk blouse or the sharpest blazer, but if the foundation underneath is wrong, the entire outfit collapses. Bulging straps, visible seams, bras that ride up or sag, these small flaws instantly break the illusion of elegance. Many women over 50 dismiss this step, thinking no one notices. But trust me, everyone notices, even if they can't explain why something looks off. I once worked with a client, 65, who brought in a stunning ivory blouse. On the hanger it was perfect, luxurious silk, elegant buttons, beautiful drape. Yet when she put it on, ridges showed across her back and uneven lines down the front. The culprit wasn't the blouse at all. It was her 10-year-old bra, stretched, worn, and 2 sizes too small. After a professional fitting and a simple nude bra, the very same blouse looked polished, smooth, and far more expensive. The blouse didn't change, her foundation did. She isn't alone. A 2019 survey by Wacol found nearly 80% of American women wear the wrong bra size, with the numbers even higher among women over 50. Bodies change, posture shifts, skin softens, weight redistributes. Yet so many of us cling to the same size we wore a decade ago. Ask yourself, when was your last professional fitting? Do you own bras more than 5 years old? Have you ever avoided wearing a blouse you love because you didn't have the right bra for it? Those are red flags that your undergarments are holding you back. The right foundation does more than smooth lines. It improves posture, relieves strain, and boosts confidence. A seamless t-shirt bra is invisible under knits. A minimizer can transform heavier sweaters. New tones match skin far better than stark white. Just 2 or 3 high-quality bras in the right styles will elevate your entire wardrobe more than another armful of trendy tops. Don't overlook slips or camisoles either. Ill-fitting ones add bulk, visible panty lines ruin trousers. These are tiny details, but fashion is built on details. A flawless base lets every other element, fit, fabric, neckline, shine. So before you buy another blouse, audit what lies beneath. Replace even one outdated bra with one that truly fits and watch how clothes you already own suddenly look new again. Elegance always starts where no one can see. Part 5. Necklines framing your face with elegance. The neckline of a blouse seems like a minor detail, but it can add or subtract 10 years in an instant. After 50, when our jawline softens and posture shifts, high crew necks and tight collars often make the upper body look heavy and draw attention to lines we'd rather soften. The goal is always the same: create openness, length, and light around the face. I once styled a client in her late 50s who swore by turtlenecks. She believed they hid her neck and looked modest. But when she compared photos of herself in a fitted turtleneck versus a soft V-neck blouse under a blazer, the difference was undeniable. In the turtleneck, fabric crowded her chin and her expression looked weighed down. In the V-neck, her face lit up, her frame elongated, and she looked approachable, vibrant, and confident. Research confirms this. A 2018 report in the International Journal of Fashion Design found that V-necks and scoop necks were consistently rated as more flattering for women over 50. Participants described open necklines as youthful, elegant, and approachable, while closed necklines were seen as severe and aging. This isn't about revealing skin for the sake of it, it's about guiding the eye upward. Take a moment with your own wardrobe. Do you see mostly high crew necks or closed collars? Try this: put on a crew neck top, then change into a blouse with a shallow V or open collar. Notice what happens in the mirror. Where does your eye go first? Which version makes your face look brighter? I experienced the same shift myself. For years, I wore crew neck shells under jackets, thinking they looked professional. Then I saw myself on video and was startled at how heavy my upper body appeared. A stylist friend suggested a relaxed button-down with an open collar. The next time I wore one, family and friends kept asking if I'd lost weight. The only change was my neckline. Not every woman needs a plunging cut. Balance is key. Just enough openness to elongate the neck and highlight the collarbone without feeling exposed. Accessories can enhance this effect. A delicate chain resting at the base of a scoop or a single strand of pearls with an open collar directs attention exactly where you want it. The neckline frames your face, the most expressive part of you. When it's open and balanced, your entire look lifts. When it's closed and heavy, even the most expensive blouse can drag you down. Choose the frame that lets your light shine through. Part 6. Color the shade that changes your face. Color has the power to revive your face or drain it completely. One of the biggest mistakes women make after 50 is clinging to the same colors they wore decades earlier. As skin tones soften and hair changes, stark black or bright white can suddenly feel harsh, casting shadows and making us look tired. I worked with a woman in her late 50s who insisted black was her signature. But when she swapped it for navy, her friends asked if she just returned from vacation. Her skin looked brighter, her eyes sparkled, and she appeared instantly refreshed. The only difference was color. Studies back this up. A 2017 report in Color Research and Application found that mid-tone shades, sage, dusty rose, ivory, navy, were perceived as fresher and more flattering on mature women than dark black or pure white. A 2020 AARP survey showed 62% of women over 50 who softened their palette received more compliments on their appearance. Here's a simple test. Stand in natural daylight, no makeup, and hold different fabrics to your face. Notice how some shades wash you out while others lift your features. Cream often looks kinder than stark white, navy is gentler than black. These subtle shifts are what make people say, "You look amazing," not just, "That's a nice top." Accessories can help too. If you love black but it drags you down, add a colorful scarf or warm-toned necklace near your face. Sometimes it's not about giving up a shade, but learning how to soften its impact. Color isn't decoration, it's energy. The right shade makes you look rested, confident, and alive before you've said a word. Part 7. Outdated styles when nostalgia ages you. One of the easiest ways women age themselves is by holding on to clothes from decades past. A blazer with heavy shoulder pads, a ruffled silk blouse, or a boxy cut may carry memories, but when worn today, they signal that you're stuck in another era. Elegance isn't about freezing time, it's about evolving with it. I styled a client, 62, who loved her 1990s power blazer. It made her feel strong in her career days, but when we compared it to a modern tailored version with softer shoulders and a subtle waist, the difference was striking. The new cut still conveyed authority but looked contemporary and refined. Her friends didn't praise the blazer, they praised her. Research supports this. A 2019 study from the Fashion Institute of Technology showed that women in updated silhouettes were perceived as younger and more successful than those in dated ones, even when they were the same age. Outdated cuts add years, updated lines subtract them. Think of your own closet. Do you keep pieces just in case because they once flattered you? A blouse that looked dramatic in the 80s may look costume-like today, but replace it with a clean-lined silk blouse in the same color, and suddenly you look modern and timeless. Classics never disappear, but they evolve. The white shirt is still here, but today's versions have stretch, softer collars, and better tailoring. A pencil skirt remains elegant, but updated fabrics and proportions make it more flattering. Style after 50 is not about erasing the past, but honoring who you are now. Let go of what belongs to another decade, and you'll discover how freeing it feels to look current, polished, and completely yourself. Part 8. The white shirt, a timeless essential. Every elegant wardrobe has its anchors, and the white shirt is at the very top. When chosen well, it becomes a symbol of refinement, versatile, modern, and endlessly chic. Yet many women over 50 give up on it, frustrated by versions that are too sheer, too stiff, or too boxy. The truth is, the right white shirt can transform your style more than any trend. I worked with a client, 64, who hadn't worn white shirts in decades. She felt they looked like uniforms. But when she tried on a cotton silk blend with subtle stretch, darts at the waist, and a structured collar, everything changed. Paired with dark denim and a tailored blazer, she looked polished, relaxed, and chic. She bought 2 that day, white and ivory, and told me they became her most worn pieces. Why is this shirt so powerful? Because it's a canvas. With jeans and loafers, it reads casual elegance. With trousers, it's business ready. With pearls and a skirt, it transitions to evening. Few garments adapt so effortlessly. A 2021 survey by Cotton Incorporated even found that outfits with a tailored white shirt were rated as looking 25% more expensive, regardless of price. The key is quality. Fabric that feels substantial but soft, collars that hold shape without being stiff, seams that lie smoothly. If stark white feels harsh, ivory or cream is softer and often more flattering. Small refinements, like a curved hem for tucking or wearing loose, turn a basic shirt into a wardrobe anchor. Try styling one shirt 3 ways in front of a mirror. Notice how easily it shifts roles while keeping you polished. That adaptability is why the white shirt is the secret weapon of stylish women everywhere. Part 9. Waistline shaping, not hiding. One of the quickest ways to lose elegance is by ignoring your waistline. Many women over 50 hide under loose, flowing tops, hoping the extra fabric will disguise their midsection. In reality, all that fabric erases shape and makes the body look heavier. Elegance isn't about covering yourself, it's about creating balance. I styled a client in her late 50s who lived in tunics that hung straight from shoulder to thigh. She thought they were safe, but when she tucked a silk blouse into high-waisted trousers and added a slim belt, the transformation was stunning. She suddenly had proportion again, her legs looked longer, her posture lifted, and she looked years younger. Research proves this works. A 2020 fashion and textiles study found that defining the waist, even subtly, made women appear more confident and stylish, regardless of size. Observers consistently rated women with shaped silhouettes as younger and more polished. Think about your own reflection. Do untucked tops make you feel hidden rather than polished? Try a French tuck, slipping just the front hem into your waistband, or layering with a cropped jacket. Even small shifts reveal your shape without squeezing. I learned this lesson myself when my daughter suggested I tucked the front of my blouse at a family gathering. That tiny change drew out my waistline and elongated my frame. The compliments poured in, not about my outfit, but about how vibrant I looked. Defining the waist doesn't mean restriction. It means choosing fabric that skims, not clings, adding darts or a wrap style that follows natural curves, or using a thin belt in a coordinating color. These details sharpen the silhouette and show intention. The waistline is where structure meets elegance. Once you stop hiding and start shaping, your clothes begin to celebrate you, not conceal you. Part 10. Proportions dressing the body you have today. One of the most common mistakes women make after 50 is dressing for the body they used to have, not the one they have today. With age, shoulders slope, waists shift, torsos lengthen or shorten, and sometimes we even lose height. Yet many of us keep buying the same cuts we wore 20 years ago, then wonder why they don't feel right. I once worked with Elaine, 61, who loved cropped jackets she'd worn in her 40s. Back then they highlighted her waist, but now they cut her frame in half, making her look boxy. When she tried a longer blazer that skimmed her hips, she looked taller and more balanced. Her exact words, "I feel like myself again." Research echoes this. A 2019 Journal of Fashion Marketing and Management study found that women who adapted clothing to their current proportions were consistently rated as more stylish and confident. Observers even guessed they were younger, sometimes by a decade. Practical tip: check where hemlines hit. Does your blouse end at the widest part of your hips? Does a jacket stop too high, making your torso look short? Ideally, tops should skim at points that flatter, just below the waist or past the hip, depending on your shape. I faced this myself with pencil skirts I adored in my 40s. By my late 50s, they no longer sat comfortably and the proportions felt wrong. I replaced them with higher-rise A-line skirts, and suddenly the mirror reflected harmony instead of frustration. The solution isn't to mourn change, but to honor it. Tailoring is your best friend. Adjusting hems or adding darts can transform almost right into perfect. Clothes should evolve with you, not against you. When you start dressing for the woman you are today, not the one you used to be, you stop apologizing for change and start celebrating it. That is true elegance, authentic, modern, and timeless. True elegance after 50 isn't about turning back the clock. It's about embracing this stage of life with confidence, grace, and intention. Every blouse, every color, every detail you choose can either diminish you or reveal the woman you want the world to see. Tonight, open your closet and remove one piece that makes you feel invisible or unsure. Replace it with something that celebrates the woman you are today, strong, vibrant, and completely at ease with herself. That single act can transform not only your wardrobe, but the way you carry yourself every day. Style is not about youth or perfection. It is about presence, self-respect, and the quiet power of knowing who you are. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Every decision you make in front of your closet is a chance to honor yourself. I look forward to seeing you in the next video as we continue building a wardrobe that reflects your strength, your confidence, and your timeless style. Until then, take care, stay elegant, and I'll see you soon.